This is an introduction to using Zotero to create in-text citations and a bibliography. Here is my sample paper. I am using Word, so I've gotten as far as writing the title. And here is my Zotero desktop. These are my different project folders. I have one called Salmon. And I was going to use three sources listed here. Here's a book, a web page, and a journal article. Those are the three sources I wanted to cite in my paper. Back at the paper, let's begin. So I've mentioned a particular piece of information, and now I want to include the in-text citation. Zotero, when it downloads, should automatically install a Zotero tab in your word processing program. So I'm using Word, and here's a Zotero tab that's been placed in Word. I'll click that, and then here are different options. For in-text citations, I want to click on Add Edit Citation. Now it's asking me to select the style. Here are some popular ones. You can also add additional styles by selecting this Manage Styles link. For this video, I will use APA, the latest 7th edition. I select that and click OK. Now I can search for the source in my Zotero program. So it's a keyword search, so I can start putting in the word. And then here is the book I'm going to choose for my in-text citation. I'll click that and then press enter, and it automatically inserts the in-text citation. I'll add the closing period. And put in another in-text citation. So I'll click up again, add, edit citation. Let me show you a second way to look for sources in your Zotero desktop. Instead of doing a keyword search, I prefer to click on the Z and go to Classic View. I'll click that, and I find this gives me a better overview of the sources that I have available. This time I will select the web page. So here's the folder that we're looking at. I'm just selecting the web page as my in-text source. I'll click OK, and it adds that. Let me go ahead and add my third source. And in this example, we'll put in a direct quote. So I'll go into Add, Classic View, and in this case I will select my third source, which is a journal article, and since it's a direct quote, I will add, so there's a page option down here. I'll add in the precise location of the quote, page 45, click OK, and it will add that to my in-text citation. And I want to include just one final example. So this one we're going to put in multiple sources within an in-text citation. Go to classic view. And for multiple sources, I'll click on this multiple sources button. And let's put in a book and a journal article. So I'm selecting 2 sources to include in this in-text citation. Click OK, and it goes ahead and adds those. So now I'll jump ahead to my reference list. So this is probably the shortest paper in the world. And to insert the reference list, I'll go this time to Add Edit Bibliography. I'll click that option. And Zotero has automatically added my list of 3 sources: my book, web page, and journal article. Last item I want to mention is, let's say after writing the paper, creating your in-text citations and your bibliography, you find out that you're required to use a different citation style. That's easy enough to do. Under the Zotero tab, you'll see a document preferences. I can click that. So right now I'm using APA. Let's say I'm supposed to be using the American Chemical Society. So I can just click that, click OK, and Zotero will automatically readjust that to reflect the change in style. So that's a quick, brief, short introduction to inserting in-text citations and creating a bibliography. Now, your work isn't finished at this stage, at this point. This is a good time now you need to check to make sure the format is correct. And that's a topic for another video. If you do have questions, please feel free to contact us here in the library, and we will be happy to try and help.